Hey future doctors, welcome to NEET 2025 Test Yourself series where I am providing you with NCERT Biology MCQs chapter-wise for your practice before the upcoming NEET exam, and the chapter we are covering today is Respiration and Plants. This is Dr. Sharun. Let's start. Lenticels help in option A. Gaseous exchange in stems, option B. Gaseous exchange in leaves, option C. Gaseous exchange in roots, or option D. Mechanical support. Lenticels help in. The correct answer is option A, that is gaseous exchange in stem. For gaseous exchange in leaves, we have stomata, and in stems, we have lenticels. Question 2. Mark the incorrect statement. Statement A. Energy in respiration is released by reduction of CC bond of substrates. B. ATP is the energy currency of the cells. C. Organic acid can be used as respiratory substrates. Or statement D. Energy of substrate is released in multiple steps, never in single step. Mark the incorrect statement. Of these four statements, which one is incorrect? And the answer is statement A is incorrect. Energy in respiration is released by oxidation of CC bond substrates and not by reduction. Question 3. Form in which sucrose enters glycolytic pathway is option A. Glucose, option B. Fructose, option C. Lactose, or option D. A and B. Form in which sucrose enters glycolytic pathway is. The correct answer is option D, that is it can enter as glucose as well as fructose. What is sucrose? Sucrose is a disaccharide of glucose and fructose. So first sucrose breaks down into glucose and fructose, and both these monosaccharides can enter into the glycolytic pathway. Question 4. Total amount of ATP utilized in one cycle of glycolysis is option A 2, option B 4, option C 1, or option D 6. Total amount of ATP utilized in one cycle of glycolysis. What does utilize mean? It gets used up in one cycle of glycolysis. The correct answer is 2 ATPs are utilized in one cycle of glycolysis. So the correct answer is option 1. First ATP gets utilized when glucose gets converted to glucose 6-phosphate, and the second ATP gets utilized when fructose 6-phosphate gets converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. The name itself reveals it. Glucose getting converted to glucose 6-phosphate, phosphate is being added. So ADP gets converted to ADP. Fructose 6-phosphate gets converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, means 2 phosphate groups would be there. So again our ATP is used. So total of 2 ATP gets utilized in one cycle of glycolysis. Question 5. Pyruvate is a option A 3 carbon compound, option B 4 carbon compound, option C 6 carbon compound, or option D 2 carbon compound. The correct answer is option A. Pyruvate is a 3 carbon compound. An example of 4 carbon compound is oxaloacetic acid. Example of 6 carbon compound is glucose, and of 2 carbon compound is acetyl CoA. Question 6. The cofactor utilized by pyruvate dehydrogenase is option A. Magnesium, option B. Manganese, option C. Zinc, or option D. Iron. Cofactor used by pyruvate dehydrogenase is. The correct answer is option A. Magnesium, that is Mg2 plus, is used as cofactor by pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme. Question 7. Oxidative decarboxylation occurs at option 1. Cytoplasm, option B. Matrix of mitochondria, option C. Inner membrane of mitochondria, or option D. Outer membrane of mitochondria. Oxidative decarboxylation occurs at. The correct answer is option B, that is matrix of mitochondria. What is oxidative decarboxylation? As the word itself suggests, oxidative means oxygen is being utilized. Decarboxylation, D means removal, carboxylation means carboxyl group. So a carbon group is removed. So a 3 carbon molecule, that is pyruvic acid, gets converted into 2 carbon molecule, that is acetyl CoA. And the enzyme used is pyruvate dehydrogenase. What is the location of this reaction? The matrix of mitochondria. So the glycolytic pathway occurs in cytoplasm. Glucose gets converted to 2 molecules of pyruvate. These molecules of pyruvate are transported into the mitochondria. And in the matrix of the mitochondria, the pyruvates gets converted into by oxidative decarboxylation into acetyl CoA. Question 8. Which of the following is not a 4 carbon compound? Oxaloacetic acid, malic acid, succinic acid, or citric acid. Which of the following is not an example of 4-carbon compound? Correct answer is option D. Citric acid is not an example of 4-carbon compound. It is a 6-carbon compound that is formed by combination of acetyl-CoA, which is a 2-carbon compound, with oxaloacetic acid in the Krebs cycle. Question 9. How many ATP would be produced if 6 molecules of NADH is passed through electron transport chain? Option A, 18 ATP, 12 ATP, 16 ATP, or 24 ATP. How many ATP would be produced if 6 molecules of NADH is passed through electron transport chain? The correct answer is option A, that is 18 ATP would be produced. One molecule of NADH produces 3 ATP molecules. So 6 NADH produces 8 3 is 18, so 18 ATP molecules. Question 10. Respiratory quotient of protein is option A 0.9, option B 1, option C 1.2, or option D 0.7. Respiratory quotient of proteins is, the correct answer is option A, that is 0.9. What is respiratory quotient, or RQ? Volume of carbon dioxide evolved divided by volume of oxygen that is consumed is the respiratory quotient. For glucose it is 1 and for proteins it is 0.9. Question number 11. The energy releasing metabolic process in which the substrate is oxidized without an external electron acceptor is called glycolysis, fermentation, aerobic respiration, or photorespiration. The correct answer is option B, fermentation. Question number 12. Phase common in aerobic and anaerobic respiration is Krebs cycle, glycolysis, glycogenolysis, or ETS, electron transport system. Phase common in aerobic and anaerobic respiration is, the correct answer is option B, glycolysis occurs in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Question number 13. Mark the incorrect statement. 4 options are given, of which one is incorrect. You have to find the incorrect statement. Energy in respiration is released by reduction of CC bond substrate. ATP is the energy currency of cell. Organic acids can be used as respiratory substrate. Energy of a substrate is released in multiple steps, never in a single step. You have to find the incorrect statement. The correct answer is option A is incorrect. Energy in respiration is released by reduction of CC bond substrates. This is an incorrect statement. It's not reduction, it's oxidation of CC bond. Question number 14. Cytochromes are found in outer wall of mitochondria, cristae of mitochondria, lysosomes, or matrix of mitochondria. Cytochromes are found in, the correct answer is option B, they are found in the cristae of mitochondria. Question number 15. Cyclic photophosphorylation results in formation of ATP and NADPH, ATP, NADPH and oxygen, ATP and NADPH. So the correct answer is option C. It results in formation of ATP. Cyclic photophosphorylation results in formation of ATP. Anaerobic product of fermentation are anaerobic product. Option A, alcohol and lipoproteins. Option B, ether and nucleic acid. Option C, protein and nucleic acid. Option D, alcohol and lactic acid. Anaerobic products of fermentation are. Correct answer is option D, alcohol and lactic acid. The formation of acetyl-CoA from pyruvic acid is a result of option A, reduction. Option B, dehydration. Option C, dephosphorylation, or option D, decarboxylation. Formation of acetyl-CoA from pyruvic acid is the result of its. Correct answer is option D, that is decarboxylation, and that's why acetyl-CoA is a 2-carbon compound whereas pyruvic acid is a 3-carbon compound. So one of the carbon is getting removed, decarboxylation. Respiration is an endothermic process, exothermic process, exolytic process, or endergonic process. Respiration is what type of process? The correct answer is option B, exothermic. Heat energy is released during respiration. In fermentation, yeast secretes one of the following enzymes. Option A, invertase. Option B, zymase. Option C, dehydrogenase, or option D, enolase. Which enzyme secreted by yeast is responsible for fermentation? Correct answer is option B, zymase. The glycolate metabolism occurs in lysosomes, ribosomes, glyoxysomes, or peroxisomes. glycolate metabolism occurs in? Correct answer is option D, peroxisomes. Besides net gain of two ATP molecules in glycolysis, which other molecule are simultaneously formed? FADH2, NADPH2, NADH2 or FAMH2. Other than net gain of two ATP molecules in glycolysis, which other molecules are simultaneously formed? Correct answer is option C, NADH2. The correct relationship of the values of respiratory quotient is, the options are given. Option A, highest in glucose followed by fat then in organic acid. Highest in organic acid followed by fat then least in glucose. Highest in fat followed by glucose then organic acid. Highest in organic acid followed by glucose and least in fat. The correct relationship of the values of respiratory quotient is, the correct answer is option D, that is highest in organic acid followed by glucose then in fat. Which ion plays key role in enzymatic action during oxidative decarboxylation? Ion which plays a role during the oxidative decarboxylation process. Calcium, magnesium, zinc, nickel. The correct answer is option B, magnesium ion. When a molecule of pyruvate is subjected to anaerobic oxidation and forms lactic acid, there is option A, loss of 3 ATP, option B, loss of 4 ATP, option C, gain of 3 ATP, or option D, gain of 4 ATP. Molecule of pyruvate converted to lactic acid via anaerobic oxidation, there is. Correct answer is option A, loss of 3 ATP. Now, how is that? When pyruvic acid is converted to lactic acid, one molecule of NADH plus H plus gets converted to NAD plus. Now, one molecule of NADH2 is equivalent to 3 ATP. Since one molecule is getting used up in this process, you can say there is a loss of 3 ATP. The tissue of highest respiratory activity is meristems, ground tissue, phloem, mechanical tissue. Tissue of highest respiratory activity is. Correct answer is option A, meristems. The number of phosphates in AMP is 1, 2, 3 or 4. The correct answer is option A, that is 1. The AMP, M stands for mono, adenosine monophosphate. So 1 phosphate is there. The membrane bound enzyme involved in Krebs cycle. Maltase dehydrogenase, fumarase, cis aconitase or succinic dehydrogenase. Which of the 4 enzymes given in the options is membrane bound? Correct answer is option D, succinic dehydrogenase. The correct sequence of electron acceptor in ATP synthesis is cytochrome A, cytochrome A3, cytochrome B or cytochrome C. Option B, cytochrome B followed by C, A, then A3. Option C, cytochrome B followed by C, then A3, A, or option D, cytochrome C, cytochrome B, cytochrome A, cytochrome A3. The correct sequence of electron acceptors is. The correct answer is option B, cytochrome B followed by cytochrome C, then cytochrome A, which then goes to cytochrome A3. Most of the energy in the cell is liberated by oxidation of carbohydrates when pyruvic acid is converted to carbon dioxide and water, pyruvic acid is converted to acetyl-CoA, sugar is converted to pyruvate, glucose is converted to alcohol and carbon dioxide. Most of the energy in the cell is liberated by oxidation of carbohydrates when. Correct answer is option A, when the pyruvic acid is converted to carbon dioxide and water. The last of the terminal cytochromes in respiratory chain is cytochrome B, cytochrome A3, cytochrome A or cytochrome C. Last of the terminal cytochromes in the respiratory chain is. The correct answer is option B, that is cytochrome A3. So those are the MCQs for today. I'll see you guys again with another set of MCQs from the next chapter of class 11 NCERT biology, that is plant growth and regulator. Do read that chapter before attempting the next MCQ session. I really hope you're finding these videos and the entire NEET 2025 test yourself series helpful. If you are, do share with your friends and other NEET aspirants as well. You'll find all the previous MCQ videos down in the description box. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, all the best and keep working hard. Do like and share the video if you find it helpful, and if you're new out there, don't forget to subscribe to us. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.